Hey, friends, welcome to another haul of DVDs and physical media. If you had missed the one I did a couple of weeks, maybe about a month ago, basically I have been adding to my collection of DVDs, Blu-rays, and trade paperbacks, and I found a new stash spot. This is a shout out to Carlito Classico and Kavi from Comic Books NYC. They got me back into physical media beyond just comics, and I've been finding all kinds of goodies. And really, it was Kavi who hooked me into this shop, this chain called Book Off. And Book Off is apparently coast to coast here in the US, but I had never heard of them before. And there's one about 30 minutes, maybe a little less from my house. And it became the opportunity to revisit this location. So I took Charlie this time. She really wanted to see the place. She really wanted to know what this was all about, and was excited to kind of dive into what they had there. So this time we went together. She got a couple of books. I got a stack of trades, and I also got a stack of discs. So let's talk a little bit about Book Off. Hello to Entropy and Comics. What's going on, Kev? So this place is in Costa Mesa, Kevin, and somewhere not exactly equidistant between the two of us, but along the freeway there, the 405 freeway in California. So Book Off, it's basically a shop where people can sell physical media things, and then the company resells it. So it's previously used or overstocked items that then they stock themselves. Tons of DVDs, tons of Blu-rays. Hi, JP. Books of all sorts, video games, tons of video games, toys, Legos, statues, and then, of course, trade paperbacks and a selection of very beaten comics. So I went to the location once before. Yeah, it's called Book Off. And really thought they had a ton of stuff. I was just kind of blown away with how many shelves and shelves and shelves of things they had. And there were a lot of deals, and their turnover is constant. So it was kind of like I knew that if every time I went back, I would probably see some new stuff moved around into different sections. Some of it, like they have an entire aisle of DVDs that are $2.50 or less. And then they have a whole section of Blu-rays that are $4 or less. So it was a ton of really cool stuff. And I love Blu-rays and DVDs, so that's definitely going to be for me. What is up, Louie? How it is going? Yeah, definitely an awesome spot to go if you can. So I have a pretty short stash here, so don't worry, JP. I'm not going to be late. I won't have time for Harry Potter tonight. We were planning on it, but then I forgot we've got, in about an hour, I'm over on JP's channel playing D&D. So I got to make sure that I'm ready for that. Plus, it's just me and Charlie, so I got to make sure she's got dinner. But I'll make sure these things happen, and Charlie's going to join me to show off the two books that she got. But I'm going to start with the trades that I got. So about 3 months ago, when I was really trying to catch everything done by Daniel Warren Johnson that there is, I bought volume 1 of Extremity, one of his first Image comics, but my LCS didn't have volume 2, but Book Off hooked me up. So I got the second and final volume of Extremity by Daniel Warren Johnson. I don't know anything about it. I have not read it, but now I am set to read the entire story. I've got the whole thing. Thank you, Book Off. And this was, I believe, volume 2 was $7 or $8. Very cheap. Really good deal. Happy to have it. And it looks brand new. It looks unread. It looks unread. So very happy about that. What's up, Chris? How you doing? He says, I need to take $100 to a place like that and see what happens. And that's almost exactly the amount of money that I spent. This is about $100 all told when we get to the end here. It is a lot like half-price books, but I feel like the things that I see there feel unused, and some of them are like still in the wrapper when I see them. So yeah, whatever. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing? Good to see you. Perry in the chat. How's it going, Perry? So yeah, this is all from Book Off. Here's a really cool one. So they had a God Loves Man Kills trade paperback, which I haven't seen one of these in a really long time. It was covered in stickers, Charlie has really good thumbnails. So she peeled off all the stickers, and then I went through with some rubbing alcohol and just got all the stickum off. There's only one sticky spot. I'm still working on this little stick. You can kind of see it in the glare there. One little sticker spot I'm kind of working on still. But other than that, you would not recognize this book from the one I bought. And this was $5. $5 for a God Loves Man Kills trade. I can definitely give this away to someone in one of our Omni X-Men giveaways, so expect that. On the same lines, another one she peeled the stickers off of was this Claremont and Frank Miller Wolverine miniseries set. Classic Miller and Claremont goodness. And it had all these old stickers on it. Same deal. Charlie peeled them off. I used the rubbing alcohol. They are back to beautiful again. So these are both potential giveaway items here for the Omni X-Men. So that is for my Omni X-Men homies. You guys can get some of that stuff very soon. The other 3 trades I got were all relating to the Astonishing X-Men, the Joss Whedon follow-up to Grant Morrison's all-new X-Men. And they had the first 3 trades for this, and each one of these was $8. Boom, boom, boom. I bought all of these. They seem to be in great condition. We peeled the stickers off, cleared the sticker tape, the stickiness off, and we are good to go. I will say I never finished this run. I believe it's 6 trades, but I will reread this and then maybe finish it on the app. So all that X-Men and Extremity goodness, these were $8 a piece or less for each of these trades. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 trade paperbacks, $8 or less. Very pleased with that. Great reading for me. Good giveaway stuff for some friends as well. JP says at some point, I actually need to read that. John would be very disappointed in me. I don't know which one you're referring to, but yes to all. You need to read all of those. What's up, Steve? Captain Comics, ahoy to you, sir. I hope your weekend is going well. I hope you're off tomorrow and enjoying the 3-day weekend. Charlie's got 2 books. I'm still waiting for her. She's got a cell phone now. She runs a little slower. Here are the DVDs that I got. I'm going to start with this big 9-volume, all 9 movies from Fast and the Furious. This is $24. $24. I got all 9 of them. Here they are inside. All 9 Blu-rays, and they all 9 had a digital code. And I explained how that kind of works last time. If you've never used the digital codes for movies, or if you've seen it, but you're like, I don't understand, what do I have to do for that? Here's how that works. I go online to a certain website. I type in the digital download code, and then I can pick a website or a digital app where they store my digital streaming movies. I use mostly an app called Movies Anywhere, and I loaded all 9 of these movies. In fact, I think there's actually 11 of them because 2 of them include director cut options, so you can watch the director's cut of the original. All 11 movies are loaded onto my Movies Anywhere on my Roku. And so anywhere I take my Roku, I've got all 11 of these movies ready to stream at any point I want to. That's dope. I love it. So I will say, I have probably only seen half of these. And I enjoy them. They're fun. They're not amazing. No refunds on that. No. But for $24, I got all 9 Fast and the Furious movies that they've put on DVD. You know, what is that? My math there, $3 a movie, $3. And that's a disc and a streaming version. So boom. So there you go. All 9 of those. That was absolutely worth it. JP says, I was referring to the one that will disappoint you the most. God Loves Man Kills. You got to get on that. John is going to have to build a new house for all these shelves. Thankfully, I've expanded the DVD shelves, and I got some good gaps in there now. Everything's spaced nicely. Mark the Cuddy Sark, how you doing, sir? And I don't want any refunds on that. No refunds, no backseats. Cole is in the chat. He said, I asked my wife if she wanted to watch all the Fast and Furious movies, and she laughed and said, no. So yeah, I will say the second one is my least favorite. That movie is horrible. Too Fast, Too Furious, no good. But I will say I enjoyed the first one, and I think not Tokyo Drift, the third one that had the actual cast was a good one too. So I'm excited to see some of the rest of these. I know that they get crazy bonkers. but now I can watch them, stream them, whatever. The digital codes all worked. Charlie's here. How you doing, bub?
Good. Still sick though.
Still sick, but still went to Book Off and got some cool stuff. Do you want to share what you got?
I got 2 books.
Mm-hmm.
I got I Totally Funniest.
And this is by James Patterson. I know you've been reading a bunch of his books.
Yeah, and I've read the first. I don't know how long this series is, but I know it at least goes up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 3rd book, and I've read the first 2.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's about a comedian, a little boy, and I think it's about the author as a kid.
Okay.
Because
it's like his
kind of
experiences in middle school.
Yeah, it's not on that book, but on a lot of his books, it says like Jimmy something, like it's a publisher company.
Gotcha.
And it might be on the back on the other books, probably not.
Okay.
But it's his it's a publisher company that is The Boys in the thing. So
nice.
I think it's actually James Patterson just telling how he became James Patterson.
I know you like his stuff. He does stuff with animals. He does funny, silly stuff, and then he does a lot of mystery stuff that you like too.
But he's in a wheelchair, so it's a lot about how it might be like James Patterson, but a little like he made it so it's more of like an entertaining story.
Nice.
But it's about him being a comedian, having to deal with bullies and people not always believing in him. People constantly being like, "Do you need help?" When he's like, "No, I got this."
Huh. Nice.
So yeah, it's really
so
cool.
There's another new one by James Patterson you can check out. Yeah, I see that Mark is saying he's always looking for stuff for his boys. And I know that Charlie has enjoyed a lot of what James Patterson's written. So you may want to check out some of it. He does I know that people know him for his mystery books for adults, but he's got a bunch of stuff for kids that I know Charlie's been really enjoying.
And if your boys are a little younger and they like animals, then Cat versus Dog.
Oh, yes.
And Cat Loves Dog are really good.
That's a funny duo for sure.
Yeah.
We got Tricky Trapster in the chat. Hello to you, sir. And Thunderhouse Design says, "Hey, John, I unironically like Tokyo Drift the best. You should talk to White Whale Comics. I know Alec actually absolutely loves these movies and thinks that they're just popcorn movies. They're just hilarious, way over the top, and just like almost comedically fun for him. So I know that White Whale Comics loves these just for the machismo testosterone of it all. What is going on to Jennifer? How you doing? Comics will break your heart. I hope you're doing well. His kids, Mark says, are 7 and 10 and 4. So Charlie is a little older than them. She's going to be 13 this year. So you can scale some of that down for the 10-year-old or the 7-year-old.
And then if you will have one, like maybe a 10-year-old likes to read more mature books, then he has one called The Treasure Hunters, which is pretty big, so it's kind of intimidating, but it's really good.
Yeah. I remember you liking that one.
Yeah,
Cole says
it's a little confusing, but
his dad likes the Carl Hiaasen books that are for kids as well. I think he did isn't it Hoot and Howl? I think are 2 of his books. I want to say. Huge Fast and the Furious fan says, Chris, no apologies. There you go. He was a principal, so that's probably a little less weird of a comment knowing that. So my dad was a principal as well, Cole. He was a principal for almost 15 years, but then he was an assistant superintendent after that.
Stepmom too?
And my stepmom too, yeah. What is up, Super Russ 9000? Good to see you, Russ. Charlie's got one other book that she got. There it is, Hoot and Scat, and I think Howl is another one. So there you go. Ooh, look at us.
Of course, It wouldn't have been fair if I didn't get a mystery. I got another Nancy Drew book.
Nancy Drew, one of the original classic ones. This is number 54, The Secret Message in the Parchment. That's a great cover.
I tend to like Nancy Drew a little more than the Hardy Boys. I think because I like that it's just her.
Not a team.
One that she's a female, which I really like, and she's like doing something, because I know a lot of times they would just be housewives. But also that she's like incredibly smart, cunning, and clever, and that it's just her. So you don't have to worry about what everyone else is thinking, just focus on what she's thinking, which is really cool. I do like the Hardy Boys. They just tend to lean more to
Nancy.
Her. Yeah.
Old Wolf says, you still reading the Hardys?
Yeah.
You read all the ones he sent you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Toby 420, what's going on? Yeah, D&D starts in about 45 minutes on JP's channel, so be there for that. I'm going to finish sharing stuff here with Charlie and then sign out and go get dinner ready. So 2 hardcover books. Both of them don't look like they've been read, or if they did, they were very lightly read.
Yeah.
I think this was $5 or $4.
$5.50.
And this one was $5.52. So $10, and she got 2 hardcovers that she can enjoy.
Yeah.
Congrats, Charlie. Good haul there. All right. I got 3 more Blu-rays to share as well. And then that's going to wrap us up here. Firstly, we got, thank you, sweetie. We got Deadpool, which I don't own either of the Deadpool movies. This came with the digital code and the DVD. So I've already loaded the digital code to stream it. Now I've got the Blu-ray and the disc. We are all set. I've got a nice copy of Deadpool to enjoy. I'll probably end up having to do the same thing with Deadpool 2 at some point, but I definitely was happy to add that. Not kid-friendly, but definitely fun and funny for sure. John, what is your character? I am playing this. We've played several rounds, but this particular round, I'm playing a sorceress, and her name is Felicia, a sorceress, and she is a half-elf. Let's see here. All right. The last two are basically from our thumbnail. I have John Wick number 1, $4.99. John Wick number 2, $4.99. So for $5, I got the Blu-ray, I got the DVD, and I got the streaming codes for both movies. They didn't have the third one, but I'm sure if I go back enough times, I'll snag the third one as well. These are a lot of fun. They're just buck wild. I do enjoy the John Wick movies. So now I've got both of those to add to the collection, and they're streaming through the Movies Anywhere app. And I think the Vudu app as well. You can load things in multiple places so that certain apps are more connected to certain film companies, like Universal is I think these are Universal, right? So they're more, are they Universal? I can't remember. Summit? I don't remember. I thought it was Universal. But anyways, like certain companies prefer certain streaming apps. And so I tend to load them there as well. So there you go. Technically 12 movies, right? A giant stack of trade paperbacks and 2 hardcovers for Charlie. We spent $100. I am very pleased with that. I only buy the movies pretty much that have the streaming codes so that I can load them streaming wise. I'm all set on that. I'm going to log out here in just a sec as I finish up with the chat, and then I will be back in about 45 minutes. I also just dropped a short a little bit ago here and a different reel over on Instagram, just having fun with Charlie, hanging around the house today. Let's go back. Cole says, the last character I played was a Moon Druid as a custom race. There you go. Nice. I haven't played a female character in a really long time, so I'm doing a female character for the fun of it, because we're always a bunch of guys. It's kind of fun to shake it up. I don't use an app to catalog them, but I have like written written version to type it up, but that is it. I still don't even pay for CLZ because I am not a fan of paying for that kind of stuff. So I have struggled to like convince myself to do that. And I'm done. Adam, I'm leaving. I'm done. I got a bunch of, I'll skim through and represent it just for you though. Yeah, right. So the store is called Book Off, and here's what I got. I got the first 2 John Wick movies and the streaming codes and the Blu-rays. Same thing for Deadpool number 1 and the entire Fast and the Furious 9 movie collection. I got the first 3 trades for Astonishing X-Men. I got the Wolverine, Claremont, and Miller miniseries and the God Loves Man Kills trade paperback miniseries. I got Extremity Volume 2 to go with Volume 1. I couldn't find Volume 2, so I was very happy to get it. Charlie got a Nancy Drew and a new James Patterson hardcover. We spent $100, and I think we came out like bandits. We did really, really well. So there you go, gang. Much appreciated you all coming by and hanging out and hitting the like button and chatting with us both. And I will see you all again soon. Peace.